So, when I said in the last video that I needed to make another 3-string, I'm making 2. And somebody said, well, it's always interesting to see you make them, but would you go a bit more into the details? So I thought I'll make 2 completely different ones. So this one is one I have to make for somebody, and that's going to involve a lot of carving and well, personalizing it to that person. It's an old box from a, I don't know how you call it, but like a sewing kit, and it's a bit thick. I think maybe I'm gonna cut something off, but so the front is beech, as are the sides, and the back is a 200-year-old oak panel. So that's the base for my first guitar. Then the second one is just a tin box, hazelnut caramel sweets, and that of course takes a complete different approach from that one. Somebody said, can you go into the pickups and things like that? Well, I will do that because I'm going to separate these 2 builds. So now you've seen me making all the, say, the rough parts, and then I'm going to do videos about both of them separate. But yes, this one is going to have a normal under the bridge piezo in it with a little preamp, and this one is going to be totally different because it's going to have 2 Bellcat pickups, one at the neck and one at the bridge. So this is a completely different setup, but that's something I will explain in the next videos, because I did one thing now and I want to go deeper into that, and that's the necks that I roughly made. And for that I need something really straight to show you what I've did. So let's get that. This is a piece of granite and it's absolutely straight, flat. I also use it to put sandpaper on when I've got to sharpen things or smooth things out that I want to be absolutely flat. This is a flat surface, as well as is this and this corner also. So normally you just take a piece of wood, whatever you think is best, and you make it 3.5 or 4 centimeters wide at the most for a 3-string guitar, and you just make a stick, and that's it. You put some tuners on the end, and you put one end into the box, put a fretboard on if you want. Isn't really necessary if you don't want to do that, and it's quite easy. But I don't like the way the neck then is coming out of the box. I like the neck to be leaning a bit backwards. So if I put it on over here, you can see there is a little gap on this side, because this goes that way and that goes that way. So when I put it on a box, and let's say this is straight, this end is straight with the box, you can see that the whole neck is leaning backwards. That means that I can make a little bit higher bridge, and there's more room between the box and the place where you string your strings, something like that. And so that works a bit better for me, I think, and it means that I can make the adjustable bridge a bit more firm, a bit bigger, so it doesn't have to be flat with, almost flat with the box. And that's why I do all these routering, so it goes a bit that way, it goes a bit that way, and well, you can see there's a lot of difference in the box. So the end, sometimes I just router it out, put 3 holes in it, 3 tuners, and that's it. Sometimes I make the tuners myself, but in this case there's going to be some carving on the head, and it's going to be a normal guitar, so it's going to be that way. So I've made this little hardwood piece, and it's not going to stay like that, it's going to be different, but this is going to be glued on here, and so that's where the tuner is going to be, and I think that makes a nice shape. But this is the one for the wooden box, so there's also a little bit gap here, so at the place where you have nothing, so here's the bridge, that there is a bit of space between the box and the neck itself, so you got more resonation in there. And this box is going to have a pickup in the front, pickup in the back, and a few acoustic holes in there. I don't know what yet, it's all to be sorted out. I just have to, this is really made after the character of the person I make it for, so yeah, it's going to be something different. Of course the neck isn't rounded over yet, that's something to do later in the process, and that's what you're going to see on the other video when we're finishing this recycled box guitar. In the end, inside the box, I got a few blocks, so this is coming in the end, and this is coming here, so they're actually to the thickness of the box, so they will rest on the inside, so everything is really sturdy and really well good to, it won't warp or anything, that's perfectly fine. Then the other neck is this one, and I've already made the end on this. This is going to be very simple, 3-string, a 0 fret on there, and this is just a straight neck. But on this side I've done the same. The side that goes into the box has a little degree on it, so when it's inside the box laying straight, the neck is also going to be back a bit, which means I can make a higher bridge, and well, for the same story. But this is much simpler because this is going to get straight through the box, because it's a tin box and very light stuff. It would dent very easy, so this is going to be glued inside the metal box, and a little piece sticking out, so I can make 3 little holes in there, so the strings you can go from this end all the way to there, and the box is like something loose in between that you could actually, well, if you don't glue it, you could actually swap the boxes if you wanted to. But that's the things I wanted to explain about the necks. They are out of mahogany, but I use whatever hardwood I can find, but this turned out really nice. There's some other kind of hardwood in there, I don't even know what it is, because it comes from a hardwood showroom for floorboards, and I've only got one piece of each, and there are no names on it, but yeah, that's just nice to have contrast in there. And so I've got this stuff left, so I can make the bridge from the same stuff as I've got the neck made out of. So that's it for this week. I don't know which one of the two I'm going to do first, but there are going to be videos for both of the guitars, and because they're so differently in building them. For now I would say do some woodworking, it's a nice way to spend your time. Do some recycling, it's an even better way to spend your time. And see you all in the next video. Hasta luego.